Hey guys, here in my cabin living. Today we're going to talk about what I'm going to call stoic intervention. I was just listening to a meditation from the Waking Up app, which I highly recommend, with Sam Harris. And the meditation was about stoic idea from the movement in ancient Greece called stoicism. The meditation and movement is called negative visualization. So the way I would have said it before is being grateful for what's not there. So what that means is that in order to be grateful for something, usually we think, oh, well, let's focus on the thing, like my partner, my wife, my whoever I'm with, my friends, my job, being grateful for all the aspects that I love about it. Whereas negative visualization, super helpful, super to the point, is kind of an offshoot of death meditation, which is you take it away. You visualize taking it away. So let's say especially if you're, say, in a state of complaining about your job and you don't like that you've been complaining about your job or your career or your creative path. Well, imagine taking it away. Imagine going through your day and not having that thing to do. Initially you might think, well, that might be pretty relaxing, but I think it'd be pretty meaningless too. And I think you'd agree. And for me, I'm a creative entrepreneur, creative type. And so for me to go through my day without creating would be totally meaningless and purposelessness. And so the visualization, I'll do a little sample and then you can do this on your own. So we choose something, whether it's your partner or your friendships or your path. Could be what you're learning, how you're showing up in the world. Maybe you've been feeling really emotional or really torn apart, and you just can't get it quite right. In that case, it would be the ability to feel. What if I took away your ability to feel anything? At first, you might think, okay, well, that might be kind of relaxing because you can't feel anything, but it'd be like not being able to taste food. Not an enjoyable experience. So go ahead and sit down. This can be anywhere. The good thing about this is it's very quick and you can do it multiple times throughout the day, or you can take some time with it. Sit down, stand up, or wherever you are, pause and think. Choose one of these things. Your partner, even if it's imperfect, as it probably is. Your creative path or your career path, even if it's imperfect, which it probably is. Pick one of these and think about it for a second, and then think about if someone took that away from you, or took the ability to have that away from you, or took the ability for you to see your partner, girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, took that ability away from you. Imagine if someone took away the feeling. Maybe you have some pain in your legs or something like that, like you have some injury, an ankle injury or something. Imagine someone taking your legs away. That kind of puts it into perspective. And the whole idea is putting it into perspective, because you might have a relationship where you have a couple things you guys are working on, something you're working through, and maybe in some moments you're like, God, I don't know if I can handle it. Or for instance, I don't like that I let's say it's you're the one who's creating it. Man, I really don't like creating that stress for me and my partner. Well, what about not having that partnership, that person? What about not having the ability to have a partnership? Really puts it into perspective and changes it so that it brings you down to earth, so you can realize, I actually really appreciate this person. Just that they exist. Just the baseline that they exist is a great start. So for more resources, you can go to the links below, or look up Sam Harris's Waking Up app is really good. Another one is Existential Kink. It's a book by Dr. Caroline Elliott, and she talks about having is evidence of wanting. So she talks about going into your darkness by, rather than complaining about what's not quite perfect, realizing that what's not quite perfect kind of gets your goat, kind of turns you on in a way that you're not quite there. And I think it's because you probably like wanting to get there. Wanting to get there is more exciting than getting there. She talks a lot about that in her book called Existential Kink. And my upcoming project called Heart Forward is going to be a tarot deck for Your Inner Badass, and that comes with a poetic guidebook. That's going to be launching on Kickstarter at the end of March 30th. So follow the link below, add your email to my subscription list, and click notify me on the YouTube page to be notified when it launches March 30th. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.